Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Ola get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Here Mavor, a perfect 4-4, and a slam dunk from Harney. Bryce Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Mitchell's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Traber now in the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and puts your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the bat. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton. At the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick six. And the Vikings now lead 35-0.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck.
Download Game Time today.
School is back in session, so now's the perfect time to get healthy and stay healthy with fall. All right, now we have sound. I guarantee it. And I want to thank the individual who sent us that message saying that there was no sound, and I knew exactly what was wrong, so we got it fixed. And thank you, because the other night we did a whole junior varsity volleyball game with no sound, so I felt really bad about that. But so as you can see, we're right behind the Bowman County Bulldog sideline here. So that would mean that most of the Bowman County Bulldog fans are going to be to our left and to our right. And we're underway here. And he'll be brought down right around the 31-yard line. And on the return there for the Bulldogs was Matthew Osendorf.
Yeah, we'll see what the Bowman County offense does here, but my guess is that Swahovic will be running again.
Well, I did bring all the roster names this time, just in case, but. All right, so it'll be a handoff and a short. Oh, no, it's Swahovic on the quarterback keeper. And a gain of about 4 on the play, bringing it up to the 35-yard line here. That'll set up a second down and 6, approximately.
And Bulldogs in a hurry-up offense again, kind of like what we saw down in Bowman when Skyhawks played them.
Man in motion there is Osendorf. Swahovic under center, and he will hand it off. And he'll try and cut up the near side, but it'll get taken down right away. And with the ball there is Colby Schaff, the junior fullback / outside linebacker.
Yeah, and the New Salem line looks very good here right in the first 2 plays. Goes, trying to run up the middle both plays. New Salem line stuffs it up. Of course, they got 5 men, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men up on the front of the line here.
So Duffield is one of the 2 receivers out to the far right, but it's going to be another quarterback keeper by Swahovic. He's over midfield and down at about the 46-yard line. That'll be good for a first down, temporarily stopping the clock to move the chains.
And that's what we know the Bowman County Bulldogs to do. Swahovic did a nice job. Nice run. And again.
This time, he'll get laid down on his back. His legs got pulled way up in the air there. I don't know if you saw that, but I sure did.
Nice tackle. Who made that tackle? It was number 3, Weston Kuhn, huh?
Yep, Weston Kuhn.
Come on, boys, let's go.
Bring up second down and probably 7 yards here for Bowman.
So Clay Heimer is the receiver out to the far side with Swahovic in the shotgun. He'll swing it out in the flat there to Osendorf.
He was tackled immediately by number 51, Adam Mormon, and number 12, Taden Sapir. Bring up a third down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
So Swahovic will be in the shotgun there with Colby Schaff right to his middle. Man in motion. And Swahovic will cut through all the defenders there. Nearly broke the secondary as he sneaks up to about the 30-yard line.
He did. He slipped a little bit when he first got the ball, but then turned on the afterburners. And again, we see him just going up the middle.
Swahovic looking to pass near side. He's got a man wide open, and catching that is Caleb Duffield. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a nice play. And Caleb Duffield, he was wide open. There was no one within at least 15 yards of him, and Swahovic just hit him nicely for the points.
So they'll line up here for the extra point. On the kick is Jackson Fisher. Kick is up, and I don't know if that was partially blocked, but it fell short. No, it
No,
looks like
good.
it fell short
It
from our
did.
point of view, but it's in there for one more, and that puts the Bulldogs on the board with a touchdown and extra point, and it's 7-0.
Yeah.
And now we'll see how the Holsteins respond on their first offensive possession.
Didn't take long, 9 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock, and score.
We'll keep it right here. Once again, a little bit later tonight, we'll have the Skyhawks and the Titans from Dickinson. Plenty of time to get this game in and finish it. And for all the Holsteins and the Bulldog fans, you kind of have Matt Mitzel to thank for that, because he kind of brought it up. I kind of thought about it for the last couple weeks, and then you kind of just said, hey, you got an extra hour with that time change. I'm like, oh, that's right. So that's how this game came about.
Absolutely. Let's go get it.
And the kick is away. Now we receive just inside the 30-yard line. Cuts in the middle, and a nice run in return there by the freshman, Tyler Wolding.
Yeah, Tyler did a nice job. Went up center field and got some nice yardage for New Salem, where they'll start at 1st and 10. I'm very interested to see how New Salem responds here, see what their offense does.
Looking forward to it. Looks like they'll break the huddle, send one receiver to the near side. That receiver is Tayden Sapir. And once again, Gunnar Rembold, the quarterback here for the, he's gonna look to pass right away. He's looking for Sapir, and he's got Sapir at midfield, and he'll be wrapped up initially by Ossendorf, and then pushed out of bounds right around the 46.
Yeah, that'll bring up 1st down for New Salem.
9-10 remaining here in the first quarter of play.
It's a nice pass by Gunnar, the sophomore quarterback, New Salem, in this 17-mile-an-hour winds. Didn't seem to have a problem getting it to him.
Go on, Nate!
Looks like Bowman County nearly jumped offside there. It'll be a handoff. They'll put it into the hands of Zuroff. And Dawson Zuroff gains maybe 1 or 1.5 on that play there.
Yeah, he was stopped immediately. One of the guys on the tackle was a senior defensive line, Nathaniel Bohm.
Go, boy!
Or Bame, they call him Nathaniel Bame.
Yeah, that is correct, Bame.
Nice tackle, wrap up.
8:25 and counting to go here in the first quarter of play.
Picked up 2 yards on that play, be 2nd down and 8.
Rembold will hand it off, and right up the middle there is Caleb Phelan for a gain of about 5 or so.
Yeah, so both running plays, they attack that middle. We'll see if that's a pattern that continues, or if they mix it up, or what they do. It'll be 3rd and short, about 3rd and 2 yards.
They'll spot the ball just over the 40, shy of the 41. I checked that, shy of the 39. Got my mind reversed here on the numbers.
Seems to me Bowman has most of their guys up in the box. They just have 2 guys deeper back.
And Rembo will hand it off there to Dawson Zuroff, who'll cut over to the far side. And he'll get brought down just shy of the 45. We'll see where they spot the ball at. I would imagine the 43, 44, right in that area.
And they do mark it a 1st down.
And they will give him the first. So temporarily stop the clock with 7:29 to go here in the first quarter of play. First and 10. They don't have the ball on the yard line on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing it's right around that 43. Fakes the handoff to Zuroff and then gets into the hands of Phelan, who'll sneak it up to about the 30. Make it the 31 is where they'll probably spot that one up.
Yeah, 31-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards in that play. It'll be 2nd down and maybe 4.
I don't know what your thoughts are so far, but I actually kind of like this view. It's easy to see the players. I like everything about it. Hopefully you watching at home like everything about it too.
Hopefully the camera guy's doing his job. It's kind of hard to see in this lens with the sun beating on it, but Gunner
Rembo
back
will
to
go
pass.
and he's got his man just over the 30, jukes, and then cuts back to the sideline, out of bounds, just shy of the 20. That is Davis Booligan with the reception. And good for a first down.
That pass was a little wobbly, a little short, but Davis did a nice job picking it up. He had some good hands there. And New Salem picks up their third first down.
We'll have you keep track of those stats. Third first down, looking for one more here. Rembo under center, fakes the handoff, and he's back to pass again. All the way to the end zone, and he's got his man. I don't know if it was in the end zone or not. It was just maybe just outside of the goal line.
Real close.
It was either Booligan or Dupont on the reception. I couldn't quite see who caught it on the far end there, but it was one of those two for sure.
He was pretty far open.
Yeah.
And, you know, defensive line, or the offensive line of New Salem was holding back the line very, very nicely. Gunner had some nice time to pass, found his man. And passing does not seem to be an issue for New Salem in this win.
Rembo under center, quarterback sneak. He's going to try and get it in there, and they will give him the touchdown. So the Holsteins respond with a touchdown of their own on their first possession of the game, and back and forth we go. Something tells me that this won't be this won't be the end of the scoring.
I think this is worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you 100%. This, you know, based on it's still kind of early to say this, but based on what I've seen so far, it's going to be whichever team makes a vital mistake first here that might end up on the losing end of the scoreboard. But
we haven't seen any penalties yet. No mistakes there.
So they'll try for the 2-point conversion here.
Back to pass again.
He's got his man for the 2-point conversion. It's Lane Dupont, the junior tight end, on the reception. So with that, the Holsteins will actually take the lead, 8-7. First quarter of play. Let's take a timeout. We'll be right back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. Live in New Salem, North Dakota. Have you ever been up to that hill to see the cow there, Matt?
I have, actually.
Yeah, I've been up there. It's been a while, but kickoff will be brought back in a hard hit just over the 35-yard line, and once again on the return there for the Bulldogs was Matthew Osendorf.
And on the tackle was Jake Sander from New Salem and Tyler Wolding again. And it seems to me, I like how New Salem's playing very aggressive.
Yeah.
Their tackles are hard and they're physical. And you got to be physical if they want to win this game.
So Swihovic will be under center here with a receiver to the near side. And it'll be a pitch into the backfield, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that, if any.
Yeah, there was nothing gained there.
I believe that was Brody Headley on the carry there. Officially a loss of 1, set up a second down and 11 with just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Holsteins lead by 1, 8-7, and a pass over the middle, wide open, and it's caught by Caleb Duffield, and he's going to cruise into the end zone for another quick score for the Bulldogs.
Wow, that was a nice pass by Swihovic.
Usually over the middle is a dangerous pass for the offense, but that turned into a dangerous play for the defense on that one there. Nice play there by Duffield on the catch, and that was a 60. I wasn't sure where the ball was spotted at, but that was a 60-plus yard touchdown there.
I'm no football
and
genius.
That one, I think the wind took that one off to the left there. That was That was pretty wild. Is a good way to put it.
Got too high. No football genius, but it seems to me like New Salem is kind of stacking up front a lot, and what's happening is that's leaving those receivers open for Bowman to get open.
13-8 in favor of the Bowman County Bulldogs, and I think the time of possession on that was one play, about 5 seconds.
Wow.
Did not take very long for the Bulldogs to respond, and, well, now it's time for the New Salem Holsteins to impress us once again. All right, and the kick is up. That's going to go far side, and that'll be scooped up there by, I believe that was Boo again.
That was Tyler Wolding who caught that.
Tyler Wolven, okay. Oh, yes, 32 and not 23. Got it.
Caught the kick and turned it upfield. Brought it up to what, the 45-yard line?
That looks like where they spotted it. So that's where they'll start. They need 55 yards here to retake the lead. And early on here in the first quarter, we still have 4:38 to go. It seems like we had 4:55 about 5 minutes ago. Rembolt looking to pass over the middle, a little bit wobbly, and almost caught there. The intended receiver was Taden Sapir. But like I said, I think the wind is what made that pass more wobbly than the quarterback's throw or release.
That ball there looked like a true North Dakota duck.
Yeah.
It quacked all the way there.
That's a great way to put it. 4:31 was where the clock will stop on the incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 now for the Holsteins from their own 45, and Rembolt will go back into the shotgun with Dawson Zuroff right to his right. Receiver on the near side here is Grant Gerving. And that'll find its way into the hands of Caleb Phelan. He'll cross midfield over the 40, close to the 45. Or check that, over the 45, close to the 40 is what I meant to say. And that'll be good for a first down. It looks like they'll mark it at the 46.
Nice solid run by Phelan. Picks up New Salem first down. Kind of like a little pitch play, wasn't it?
Yep, sure was. Clock continues to tick here at 4:10 and counting. First quarter of play, 13-8 Bowman County, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. This is possession number 4. A high snap, and it'll be handed off there to Zuroff. He'll try to cut up the middle, and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, Brendan Rasmussen, he was on his heels. He's a big kid. He had him wrapped up pretty solid.
So set up a 2nd down and 7 here for the Holsteins with 3:37 and counting to go in the first quarter of play. And it was from about this position on the field where they scored their touchdown on their last possession. So we'll see what they can do here. As Rembolt will go back into the shotgun. Got Phelan and Zuroff to his left and right. Rembolt will drop back, 5-step drop, fires it over there to Phelan. Phelan will go down the far sideline, break a couple ankle tackles. He's still on his feet. Now a flag on the play, and he's into the end zone pending the flag.
Yeah, he's in as a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play, like you say, Mike.
I have an odd suspicion it might be a block in the back, possibly, but I didn't quite see what happened over there. Clipping. I think that's what the hand signal was. So they'll mark it back from the spot of the foul.
That's too bad for New Salem, otherwise they would have had another touchdown there. That's probably the first mistake, or the penalizing mistake.
So 2nd down and 6 after the penalty. On what would have been a 46-yard touchdown pass to Phelan. Erased by the penalty. Three receivers near side now. And Rembolt in the shotgun there with Zuroff to his right. Rembolt, quick screen out of the pass out into the flat here to Grant Gerving, and Gerving gets wrapped up right away at about the 34-yard line.
Oh, big third down here coming up from New Salem and Bowman. About 3rd and 3 yards to go.
3rd and 3 with 2:43 and counting here in the first quarter of play. Rembolt in the shotgun with Zuroff to his right. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. And it'll be a handoff to Zuroff. He'll kind of cut up through the middle and try and break through that first line of defense, but not much on that one. Maybe a couple if he's lucky, but that's about it.
What do you think? It's probably 4th down, probably go for it material here?
I'd say if it's about 4, looking at the sideline here, it's about 4th and 2, maybe 4th and a long 2. I would say with 2:07 to go, I would say go for it, yeah. Well, I don't know. Yes, if I was playing a video game, I'd go for it, but in real life, I don't know, so.
It appears that's what they are going to do here, Mike.
All right, so Rembolt will be under center. You got Phelan and Zuroff in the backfield, and it'll be a handoff. Whoa, I thought. Now he's going to throw it. And it's intercepted on the far side there. I believe it might have been Colby Schaff on the interception. It was a 30 jersey, I can tell you that much for sure.
And I was wondering when that was going to happen. Are you surprised New Salem's coming out throwing so much?
I am actually, yeah.
I am
I
too.
would definitely keep it on the ground. I do believe now to correct the previous call there, Brody Headley looks like was the one who was on the interception. Because as the players walked off the field there, I did not see 34. So that would leave Brody Headley as the more than likely one to intercept it. Handoff, or not a handoff, it's Swihovic on a quarterback keeper, and he'll sneak it up to about the 30. That'd be a gain of maybe 1 or 2 on the play. So 13-8, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Now Swihovic looking to pass, and he just overthrew his man. Intended receiver there was Matthew Ozendorf, and he was covered nicely by Grant Gerving. Kind of had a suspicion when that came out of Swihovic's hand that he was going to overthrow that a little bit, and that's exactly what happened. So they'll try again here. That incomplete pass will stop the clock with 1 minute, 2 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. And that will be probably offsides there, or encroachment on the Holsteins.
Yeah, that would be their 2nd penalty of the game. Bowman does not have a single penalty yet.
That's
They've
correct.
always played pretty disciplined from what we've seen. And you were white, right, Mike? I'll back them up 5 yards.
So the Bulldogs will get some free yardage on the field out of that penalty there. 102, 3rd down and 3 after the penalty. Swihovic in the shotgun. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. Nobody in the backfield, and Swihovic will get through 1 ankle tackle and gain about maybe 4 or 5 on the play, sneaking it up just over the 39, shy of the 40.
Yeah, he was first hit by Logan Becker and brought down solid by Alan Hines.
That will be enough for a Bulldog first down, and move the chains, and 4 new sets of downs here, or another set of down, I should say. Swihovic, a little pressure in the backfield. He dropped the ball, and then he dropped himself right on top of it.
Flag on the play again, though, I see.
It looks like possibly Logan Becker maybe swatted that one out of his hand there as he was coming through, applying that pressure. And holding, was that the call?
Yeah, holding on the Bulldogs.
So the yardage that they got a couple plays ago, they now are right back where they started. As the wind starts to pick up here.
Yes, it is gusting. That felt like a little more than 17 right there.
Yeah. So Swihovic in the backfield with one person to his right, man in motion near side to far side, or maybe just a reposition. Swihovic will roll out and then throw it. And he's got his man over on the far sideline at about the 47, out of bounds. It was Clay Heimer on the reception.
Out of bounds, Jamie. Are we out of bounds over there?
A nice rollout by Swihovic and hit his man. As the Bulldogs substitute some guys in and out.
If you're watching at home and you're wondering, we are actually set up in the back of Matt's pickup. It is an awesome pickup, and you know what? Your camera work / your pickup, it's making it look awesome.
Doing all right, good.
At least that's my opinion anyway. And that play is not going to go too far. Swihovic will get probably tackled for a loss, or maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
The disadvantage of it is we're right behind the Bowman players, but doing the best we can on this camera.
And that whistle there, or that horn, will be the end of the first quarter. So we will take a break. It's 13-8. The Bowman County Bulldogs have the lead over on the road here against New Salem. Back in a couple moments here on the ND Sports Channel.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part.
All right, we'll come out of that break a little bit early here. Start of the second quarter, it's 4th down and 3. Swihovic in the shotgun. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it. And Swihovic will go right up the middle, and he's going to be very, 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 very close.
It's going to be close, but the officials got a good spot on
I would, if they don't award him the first down, I would imagine that they're going to bring out the chains and measure this one, because depending on where they spot it.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to bring out the chain. No!
Oh, turnover and downs.
Turnover and downs.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. From my vantage point, if we could throw a red challenge flag, I would encourage the coach to do that. I heard the official say white ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not.
I think he made a mistake there, man. I think he meant new ball. They substitute balls out there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That was very close to a first down there for Swihovic, but they're going to call it a little bit short. And, I mean, that was right in front of us. I was making an eyeball view down the line. It looked like a first down to me. Phelan will get tackled for a loss. He broke a couple tackles in the backfield there, but then some more Bulldogs swarmed up on him and dragged him down.
Yeah, and that Bowman County line, they're something to reckon with them. They were in that backfield like right now.
Come on, David! Let's go!
Once again, excuse me, if there are any technical issues with this game, we are recording a version of it. We'll upload the non-technical difficulty version later this evening. That'll go into the half. Did he drop it? Maybe it was something else that hit the grass there, but on the run there was Dawson Zuroff.
Dawson Zuroff, a strong runner. Did a nice job picking up all the yards he could for New Salem. Bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Holsteins. And gunner run belt. Brings in the play from the sideline from the coach, and here we go. It's like a reverse flicker.
Flea flicker going deep and incomplete and a flag. Wow, how about that?
And that was really dumb. That was the defender didn't even need to touch him because he wasn't even open and the ball wasn't even close to him, but he gave him a thump anyway and he got called for it.
All right, so we do want to apologize there. We've been off air for the last couple plays. Our internet went in and out and in and out, but now it's in. We got it reconnected, and once again, we'll upload a uninterrupted version of this a little bit later for you to watch at your convenience, 24/7 on-demand replay of every single game we broadcast here on the ND Sports Channel, the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Always recording a backup just in case something happens. So you only missed a penalty on a flea flicker that didn't really, wasn't really too impressive. So.
No, it was a razzle-dazzle play that didn't materialize, and Bowman did pass interference play.
So 1st and 10, Holsteins. Rembolt drop back, rolls out far side, and he got, I believe, far side there. It was Phelan. I'm going to say it was Phelan, and it was.
Yeah, he was tackled immediately by Kobe Schaff, who was all over him, but not before they didn't pick up a few yards, though.
.917 and counting here. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Holsteins. From right around the 32, I would guess is where that one's set up at. Rembolt looking near side, and and he dropped it. He had Weston Kuhn, and it slipped out of his fingertips, and as a result, it'll be 3rd down and 9. So 3rd and 9 now for the Holsteins. That, excuse me there, I have a frog in my throat apparently, but that incomplete pass will stop the clock at 8:59 to go. Receivers out to each side with 2 men in the backfield. Phelan and Zuroff with Rembolt in the shotgun. He'll drop back, look over the middle, and he's got the pass complete there to Sapir. And Sapir will get dropped right around the 25-ish.
That's enough for a Holstein 1st down.
And it's good for a 1st down. It's a little hard to see the yard lines once they get down to that side of the field there. But once again, we did go off a little about 10 minutes ago or so. You may have to refresh your website or your YouTube page to get it to restart. So we do apologize for that. So if you have friends that are watching that are unable to watch because they haven't figured out how to restart it, please pass that information along to them. We'd appreciate that. We've done over 500 games, and we've had issues on like maybe 11 of them, so that's not too bad. So 2nd down and 4 now after that gain of approximately 6 yards, and with 8:12 and counting here in the 2nd quarter of play. 13-8. You know, we by this point in the 1st quarter, we saw 2.5 touchdowns. We haven't seen anything yet in the 2nd quarter here. Rembolt in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Phelan. Phelan wanted to go up the middle, and then
he broke the tackle.
And he got over to the far side there.
I don't know what.
Inside of right around that 5-yard line area.
Matthew Orsendorf had him tuned up, but he didn't finish the tackle, and Phelan broke that tackle, picked up some nice significant yards for him.
There's some kids playing catch over there, and I thought for a moment he had fumbled the ball. 7:31 and counting to go here. 2nd quarter of play. Holstein's knocking on the door. It is 1st and goal from the 4. They'll send a receiver out to the near side. That receiver there is Sapir. Rembolt in the shotgun, a high snap. He'll hand it off, and immediately met in the backfield there was Dawson Zuroff. He was met by, couldn't quite catch the jersey number on that one there.
Well, it says 22, but I don't see him on your list.
Andrew Narrow.
It is Andrew Narrow.
Yeah. So it's a loss of 3 and makes it 2nd and goal from the 7 now. 6:41 and counting. Receiver to the near side now is Davis Booligan, the senior. Remble in the shotgun. And he handed it off there to Zuroff, and it kind of bounced like a basketball right back into the hands of Zuroff. You could say that's a lucky break, but on the flip side, you still lost yardage on that. And you started with a 1st and goal from the 4, and now it's probably 3rd and goal from about the 11 or 12, I guess. Make it the 15 is where they're going to spot it. So
that's too bad. They're going the wrong way.
Well, we'll see if the Holsteins here can regroup after a couple of bad plays and maybe punch this one into the if not into the end zone. That's exactly what we're going to do. The corner, and overthrew him, and no flag on the play, and that will result in a 4th down and goal from the 15. Did you consider this wind here? That'd be about a 25-yard field goal if they were going to attempt it. I would suspect that maybe they wouldn't do that.
I don't think so. Not considering on the extra point, they barely got it over the field goal post.
And then that second one, just the second extra point attempt there was just the wind took it. It's like I remember playing frisbee golf at I can't remember the name of that park, Hillside Park in Bismarck there, and trying to play frisbee golf on a windy day is just very frustrating. So
I see a timeout here. I believe it's called by New Salem.
And that is indeed the case here. So they're going to talk it over. 4th and 15. And, you know, this is probably a great time to take a timeout here because you're down by, let's see here, my mental math is failing me, 7, right? No, 6. 8 plus 6 is 13, okay.
They need a score here, don't they?
They definitely need a score here. I guess the other thing you could think of is, you know, maybe gain 10 yards, and if you don't get the 1st down, at least you pin the Bulldogs deep on that end of the field. That's another thing to think about too. And you know, if you take the wind away, then maybe the field goal option comes into the conversation. But I doubt that's one of the things they're talking about right now. So 5:49 to go here. And out of the timeout, it'll be 4th and goal from the 15-yard line here for the Holsteins with 5:49 to go before halftime. All the scoring, if you're just joining us, happened on the first 3 possessions of the first quarter of play. Bowman took down the field approximately 60-some yards for a touchdown. New Salem responded with a touchdown of their own, and then right after the New Salem touchdown, 1 play, time possession 5 seconds, and a 62-yard touchdown pass puts the Bulldogs up 13-8, and that's where we stand right now.
Here we go, big play.
So we'll see what they do here. They took off the drawing board. Remble in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to pass. He's looking over the middle, and he's going to go to the far side. I think that one was batted at some point.
That was batted by number 51, Jackson Fisher. He's a senior defensive tight end.
So turnover on downs there, and I'm not sure what they were, because the ball was batted, I can't quite officially say what kind of play they were trying to draw up there, but it was looking like they were trying to get a pass play into the far side of the field there. And had the ball not been batted, it may have had a chance for a reception, but I still think it would have been short of the touchdown. So Swihovic will line up under center, and he's got a receiver to the near side. Swihovic will keep it again, and he will go up the middle, and they'll kind of cut, and he'll get dropped pretty much right away. He maybe gained 1 or 2 on that one, but from our vantage point, a little bit hard to see for sure on how much he gained on that.
So far, New Salem is, you know, contained Swihovic from running up the middle too much. He got a couple of breaks, but looks like there's a passing play going to happen here.
Yeah, 2 receivers each side, and that's a nice grab there. So he had to get low, and on the reception is Clay Heimer.
Yeah,
and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. .506, clock will stop. with the play out of bounds. And looks like Swihovic will drop back the pass again. He's got a man, and that is going to be another pass there into the hands of Duffield. And he has another long touchdown. That's his second 60-plus yard touchdown reception of the game. So Duffield has 2 TD receptions now. And the Bowman County fans chanting, "Who let the dogs out?" I love it. So they'll try for the extra point again. Jackson Fisher, the hold, the kick. That one looks like it's good, and it is.
That's a nice kick.
Tack one more onto the scoreboard there for the Bulldogs, and now your score here with 4:55 remaining in the second quarter is 20-8 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be right back.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
All right, you hear the Bowman County fans clapping and cheering there, cheering on their team. No, I got the first name mixed up there. It was Caleb Duffield with a 60-plus yard touchdown reception, his second of the game. And that's going to be a squeak kick that'll bounce up, and it'll drop into the hands finally of Tyler Wolding. And Wolding will bring it up to just over midfield at about the 48 of the Bulldogs. So good starting field position here for the Holsteins, and that's certainly something they need now that they're down by 2 possessions. Down by 12. So 1st and 10 from about the 48-yard line. Fumble on the play, and it looks like the Bulldogs got it back. And it was indeed Nathaniel Bame who recovered the fumble, and well, that's the mistake we were talking about. If they didn't already find themselves in a bad position, that certainly didn't help. Yeah, if you're a Holstein fan.
Really behind the black ball here.
That turnover comes with 4:43 to go here before halftime, and now the Bulldogs will take over at their own 45. Swihovic in the shotgun with 2 receivers to both sides. There'll be another pass play, and Duffield juggled it, did not touch the ground, and he'll be brought down at about the 40, gain of approximately 15 for the junior on the reception there. Starting to wonder if the clock even started on that last play. It still says 4:35. And there's a whistle, and was there a flag? I didn't see one.
No, they had an extra player on the field. He didn't get off soon enough.
Oh, okay.
Timeout Holstein.
So New Salem will take a timeout, and so will we. We'll take a beverage break and be right back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
All right, welcome back. 20-8 with 4:28 to go here in the second quarter of play.
Bowman County Bulldogs leading here on the road against the New Salem Almont Glen Allen Holsteins. Holsteins rated number 3 in Region 4. The Bulldogs rated number 1. And then we'll have later tonight, we'll have the number 2 team, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, and the number 4 team, the Dickinson Trinity Titans, just down the road from here at about 8 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Swihovic will receive the snap. He's looking to pass, and he's going to look down to the near sideline for Duffield again, and he almost made a diving catch, but it went through the fingertips and drops incomplete. And now stop the clock with 4:21 to go here in the second quarter.
The ball was just overthrown a hair, and I'm surprised at how open the Bulldogs receivers are. I mean,
I'm
really open.
I'm even more surprised at the amount of completed passes in the wind here.
Exactly, true. It's got to be blowing at least 20, but there's no effect on these guys.
So this is going to be a quick pass to Duffield now. He's going to try and get by Dawson Zuroff, but he'll get pushed out of bounds right just on the other side of the 30 at about maybe the 28.
Flag on the play.
Oh, and I just now saw that flag as you brought it up. So take that pass play off the board. Bulldogs will have to back up and try this again.
And coach, as you can see, is calling in the plays. Hand signals. Interesting.
Nice camera shot there, by the way. I like that. That was awesome. Swihovic will line up in the shotgun there. Colby Schaff right beside him. Swihovic looking to pass again. He's looking over the middle. Now he'll keep it. And did he break through the tackle? He must have, but then.
Yeah, he did, but then they caught up to him again. Got a sack then there.
Looks like on the sack was Weston Kuhn, along with a couple of other black jerseys, but Weston Kuhn, the primary tackler on that sack for the Holsteins. 3rd down and 24. Duffield at the 50, and he will gain about maybe 3 or 4 on that play, and now bring down a 4th down and 20, and we'll see a punt and a chance for New Salem to maybe get one back here on the Bulldogs. So Osendorf will line up for the punt here. Snap, kick, nice kick. Coach agrees with me, and that one will roll and come to a dead stop, and Clay Heimer will touch up on it and pin the Holsteins back inside their own 20-yard line. .308 and counting to go here in the, or not counting, but just 3:08.
Yeah, if you're New Salem, you got to hope they score here with 3 minutes left in the half. It'd be nice for them to go up with another score.
Cut the deficit on the scoreboard a little bit here and make some adjustments at halftime and see if they can make this a game again. It was a game in the first quarter. It's been pretty much all Bulldogs here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Brings up 2nd down.
Bulldogs were all over that play.
Little to no gain on the play there, and that'll be a 2nd down and 10 with 2:49 and counting to go here before halftime. They got a long ways to go.
They do.
Rembolt dropping back, rolling around. He's going to keep it now instead of passing it, and that's probably a smart move because he was in danger of getting sacked in the end zone, and he had to get out of there, and he may have even gotten a couple. No, I think he didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage on that one, actually.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that, Mike. It was good for him just to tuck that ball down and run. The Bowman line, defensive line, is getting in there awful fast. Starting the second period, they've been getting in there pretty good.
Looks like the ball spotted at about the 18 or 19 yard line. Can't quite see from here, but Third down and 8.
That'll be a handoff there. I believe that's Phelan on the carry, and he's going to take a couple tacklers up about maybe 3 or 4 yards on that play. Check that. That was Zuroff on the carry and not Phelan. My bad.
Yeah, with a minute 30 left. And then what is it, 4th down?
4th and 4, possibly. 4th and 8 is
they're
what the
gonna have to
scoreboard
kick that
says.
ball. Somebody call a timeout here.
With that timeout, we'll take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds here on the ND Sports Channel.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Welcome back. Minute 32 to go here before halftime, and the Bulldogs lead the Holsteins 20-8.
Back to kick is Dawson Zuroff.
4th and 6. Zuroff will set up. That one is, I think the wind probably got a piece of that if it wasn't partially blocked. And
you know, one of the Bowman defenders was in there so quick, and I think it just made him quirky and nervous, and he just got it off his foot weird. But now they'll start out with good field position.
Very, probably the best of the season, probably on the field position
minute
there.
25 to play with. They'll probably come out passing if they want to score, I would imagine.
Duffield's been the target so far here.
He is. He's a target.
A couple of 60-yard touchdown receptions from Swihovic.
Whistle on the play, or before the play. And they call a timeout. Someone calls a timeout again.
So back-to-back timeouts will allow us to have back-to-back beverage breaks. Back in 30 seconds here on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball and that? Well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, Bowman County Bulldogs on the field there. The cow on the hill covered up by a scoreboard graphic. And Matt was all proud of that camera shot until I told him about that part. First and 10 for the Bulldogs after a punt gone wrong there by the Holsteins.
Matt, make sure you tell him you're on. We're going to do things better.
Duffield and Osendorf, two receivers to the near side. Man in motion is Heimer. And an incomplete pass will stop the clock with a minute 20 to go here in the second quarter of play. Swihovic looked the pass. That one was, I think that was tipped possibly there by number 70. Jake Sanders may have gotten a swat on that pass.
Looked like it was the same play as the previous one. There's the coach calling in the play again. We should learn those hand signals.
We should.
And we'll know. Then we know what the play is before us.
Swihovic looking to pass, and it's batted again and attempted to get the interception there was Adam Mormon.
Yeah,
but
Jake Sanders with that tip.
That's his. That was his second tip in a row on back-to-back plays, and the second one almost resulted in an interception there.
So here we go, 4th down.
4th and 10. So it's been all offense by both teams in the first quarter, and now a very little offense by both teams in the second quarter here. Even though the scoreboard might suggest otherwise, that's pretty much been the case. Swihovic looking to pass again. This time he has his man, that's Ozendorf, on the near sideline. And he'll run it up out of bounds right around the 15 or 10-yard line.
Yeah, and he was wide open. There was one receiver, number 28, Caleb Duffield. He took off for the corner, and both defenders took after him to guard him. Well, that left open the other guy.
Two receivers each side, including Duffield and Ozendorf on the near side here, with Swihovic in the backfield. And he's going to look, I tried to get it out on the flat there into the hands of Headley, but that will drop, and that will be 3rd down and 10 now. Or check that, 2nd and 10, because I got the first down on the last play. So 2nd and 10, my bad. Two receivers each side, once again, with Headley in the backfield to the right side of Swihovic in the shotgun. 3-step drop, pressure, throws to the corner, and it's tipped and juggled and in and out of the hands there of the intended receiver, Matthew Ozendorf, the senior for the Bulldogs. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 10 now with 52.4 seconds and a timeout on the field. We'll take one more timeout and then be back with the conclusion of the first half here on the ND Sports Channel.
The North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
All right, welcome back. To the best of our knowledge, I think the Bulldogs are out of timeouts, so I don't think we'll have another timeout here in the next 52.4 seconds of the first half, but we'll see. Swihovic will set up in the shotgun once again, two receivers far side. Nobody in the backfield this time, so more than likely a pass play. Ooh, Swihovic got hit, but he got the pass complete to Ozendorf, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a hard smack, too, on Swihovic by Tyler Wolding. But hit as he throws, and he completes it to Ozendorf for the touchdown. 6 more for the Bulldogs, and it's 26-8. With the extra point on the way here.
Coverage here, right? Coverage here. Okay, don't give up on the half. Play. Soft two. Soft two.
Fisher's kick is up and good. Been a couple of his kicks. I wasn't sure if the wind would allow the distance to get it over, but they did. And as a result, it's 27-8, and the Bulldogs, you know, a slow second quarter here for both of these teams, but the Bulldogs still managing to get points and make it a little bit more difficult for New Salem to play catch-up here. They're going to have to come out with a great game plan to start the second half.
Yeah, and this is looking all too familiar when we played them. The Skyhawks played them down in Bowman.
A couple of weeks ago.
I don't like this. I'm just saying. No.
Well,
I'm neutral, though. I'm totally neutral. Of course, you can tell that.
Yeah, I was looking at the playoff brackets for the teams who are definitely in and the teams who haven't quite solidified a spot yet. If the season were to end today, Des Lacs Burlington would play Shiloh in that first round.
Really?
Yep. But there's still some football to play, and that could all change. That one's going to go over the head there. Nice kick, Grant Gerbing.
Oh, look at that.
Struggling to pick it up, and Gerbing's going to get tackled. And where was he tackled at?
Wow. That was a great kick. He tried to catch the ball. He fumbled it around. Tackled what on the 1 yard line?
On the 1 yard line.
Wow,
that
38
was
seconds.
If you said, hey, they're going to score a safety off the kickoff, would you say that ever happened? That was 1 yard away from happening there.
No, you can't even need the ball here, really.
Yeah.
New Salem's just got to hope to get out of here without getting a safety or something.
38. They need a little bit of 38 seconds. They need a little bit of breathing room here on the play from the 1 yard line. And they will hand it off, and they will get a couple.
Oh, my bad.
I believe on the tackle there was Mace Stuber. He's a freshman tackle / defensive lineman.
And my guess is they won't even run a play here.
17 seconds and counting here, and looks like the teams are indeed going to walk towards the sideline, and that'll bring us to halftime here with your score. The Bowman County Bulldogs 27, the New Salem Almont Glen Ellen Holsteins 8. We'll take a timeout, come back, chat a little bit during halftime, and get you set for the second half right after this here on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck.
Download Game Time today.
School is back in session, so now's the perfect time to get healthy and stay healthy with fall specials at Gateway Pharmacy. Right now, save 20% off select vitamin and mineral products that will help boost your immune system to fight off all those germs. Gateway Pharmacy has extended hours so your family can get those very important flu shots with no appointment necessary. Gateway Pharmacy also offers vaccinations for shingles, whooping cough, and pneumonia. Stop into one of Gateway Pharmacy's 4 Bismarck Van Dan locations, conveniently located inside Dan's Supermarkets. Gateway Pharmacy is a proud supporter of the Skyhawks and wishes them the best of luck this fall sports season.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on player profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
The ND Sports Channel and the Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank our sponsors for the generous support that they've given to make broadcasts of Shiloh Christian sports possible on the ND Sports Channel. When you call or visit one of these great businesses, tell them thank you for supporting the Skyhawks, and when possible, please patronize the businesses you hear about in this broadcast. James and Marie Baker family, Mitzel families, Baker Ranch, Spiffy Biffs, Gateway Pharmacy, Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, and Rocket Man Jet Services.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
All right, welcome back here. We are at halftime. The Bowman County Bulldogs, they currently lead the New Salem Glen Allen Holsteins here on their home field by a score of 27-8. Great first quarter, kind of a slow, like after those first 3 possessions, that's where the game kind of slowed down a little bit. But even in that slower part of the game, Bowman was still to fight through a couple of errors and get a couple more points on the board, and that's what has brought us to the big lead. Of course, those 2 big plays, one in the first quarter and then one in the second quarter, both to Duffield. I forget his first name, Caleb Duffield, and both of those touchdown receptions were over 60 yards. And the reason I don't know the exact yardage is because it's kind of hard to see the yard lines here from our vantage point, but I guarantee you they were over 60 yards. I think one was approximately 62 and the other one was approximately 64. We don't have the on-screen graphics for this, but we will talk about it because I have it pulled up in the background there, so keep the camera on the team there. I was talking earlier, right before we went to halftime, about the playoff picture for Class A. And here are the teams that are in the playoffs for sure. These teams will have a home game against an unknown opponent, and that'll be the Lisbon Broncos, Harvey Wells County Hornets, the Langdon Area Edmore Munich Cardinals, the Oaks Tornadoes, the Velva, are they the Aggies? Yeah.
Aggies, yep.
And then Delax Burlington will play on the road. And then Kenmare Bowbellsburg Central will play on the road, and Bishop Ryan will have a home game. But the only thing we don't know are who those opponents are going to be. Here's what I can tell you. The Lisbon Broncos end up playing the 4 seed from Region 2, whoever that ends up being. The Harvey Wells County Hornets will be playing at home against the 3 seed from Region 1. Langdon Area Edmore Munich Cardinals will be playing the 4 seed from Region 1 at home. The Oaks Tornadoes will be playing the 3 seed from Region 2 at home. The Velva Aggies will be playing the 4 seed from Region 4. So right now, as that stands right now, Velva would play Dickinson Trinity if the numbers hold up there with the wins and the losses. And then Delax Burlington would go on the road to play the 2nd seed from Region 4, and right now that 2nd seed is the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Depending on the outcome of tonight's game and the outcome of this game, that could all change. So we'll have to wait and see there. And then Kenmore Bowbellsburg Central will play the 1 seed from Region 4, and that would be, as of right now, the Bowman County Bulldogs. So if the season was already over, Bowman County would have a home game against Kenmare Bowbellsburg Central. And then Bishop Ryan would play the 3 seed from Region 4. So that is how the playoffs have developed so far. And once again, all those games that I just mentioned will be played on the home field of the higher seed on October 26th, just about a little over a week from right now. Actually, 1 week from now. That's 7 days from today. So next Saturday will be when all these games are played. We have about just under 5 minutes here before we start the second half of play. To chew up a little bit of time, let's just take a peek at what some of the other divisions, and we'll go to 9-man football. Findlay Sharon Hope Page will have a home game against the 4 seed from Region 2 in 9-man football. New Rockford Cheyenne will have a home game against Tri-State, the Tigers. It'll be the Rockets and the Tigers. That's the only matchup we know for sure. And then Region 2, number 1 seeds, the Cavalier Tornadoes. They'll be hosting Lemoore Litchfield Marion. Mayport CG will be hosting the 3 seed from Region 2, which has yet to be determined. Ray/Powers Lake will host the 4 seed from Region 4. Kidder County, the Wolves, will host Mohawk Lansford Sherwood. Linton, Hazelton, Moffat, Braddock will host Surrey, and Central McLean will host the 3 seed from Region 4, which has yet to be determined. And then in AA, it will be, let's see here, the 4 seed from the East on the road to take on the Beulah Miners. All the other ones have not been determined yet, but what I can tell you is that the 2 seed from the East will play at home against the 3 seed from the West. The 1 seed from the East will play at home against the 4 seed from the West. And the 2 seed from the West will play at home against the 3 seed from the East in AA. And AAA, the 1 seed from the West will play the 4 seed from the East. The 2 seed from the East will play at home against the 3 seed from the West. The number 1 seed out of the East will play the 4 seed out of the West. And I can tell you right now that the 1 seed out of the East is a two-way tie between West Fargo Cheyenne and Fargo Davies. And then the West seed, the 2nd seed out of the West will host the 3rd seed out of the East. And right now the 3rd seed out of the East in AAA is the Fargo South Bruins, I do believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think they won yesterday. And if they won yesterday, that means, or 2 days ago, I should say, that means that they are indeed the 3 seed. So once again, we'll go over more of that with some on-screen graphics so you can kind of follow along with your eyes during our next game later tonight between the Skyhawks and the Dickinson Trinity Titans. Final 2 minutes of halftime. Your thoughts on the first half? What do you expect out of these two teams in the second half, Matt?
You know, I think we'll see a lot of the same. When we went down to Bowman, when the Skyhawks went down to Bowman, it was all Swihovic running up the middle. Every play almost, just bam, bam, bam. This game, he's passing all the time, lots of passing. And I think what I see is New Salem has got so many guys up in the box to protect that run. That's why Hovek is so known to do that. They leave the receivers open. The receivers are kind of doing some routes. They're doing some getting past their safeties and corners and getting wide open targets. I don't know. I'm not a professional or anything, but it seems like that's what it is happening, and I suppose that'll continue. I don't know. What's interesting is it's so windy. It's got to be blowing 20 miles an hour, but that doesn't seem to be affecting their ability to pass or their wanting to even pass. Yeah,
exactly. Or the ability to receive the receivers to catch the pass. So.
And New Salem, boy, they just, that first quarter they were moving the ball good, but they just kind of, every time they come out, they seem to be a little flatter each time. A little bit of air taken out of them, and it seems like they're wearing down, and their spirits are low, and I don't know what they need to do to get back into it here.
Well, hopefully the coach said something, and we'll see if they can battle back here in the second half. I would suspect that if the Holsteins can indeed get something going here, that they might be able to catch up and make this thing interesting. But I don't see Bowman County taking the foot off the gas either. So New Salem, Glen Ullin is really going to have to step it up here. Otherwise, the Bowman County is going to come away with a win in this one here at the end. So that's our final first half thoughts. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with the second half kickoff right after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. Third quarter of play is about to get underway here. When we left, we said there's 30 seconds, but they tacked on a couple more minutes to the halftime clock, which I am okay with, and gives us a chance to relax a little bit more here. And once again, start of the third quarter, 27-8 in favor of the Bowman County Bulldogs. And as we mentioned right before ending our halftime show there, we don't expect, or at least I don't expect, Bowman County to take their foot off the gas. But New Salem really has to step it up here. We'll see what kind of adjustments they made in halftime and see if if we can see them on the field here.
Yeah, right. And I gotta say, this is it only in North Dakota where we would broadcast a game live in the back of a pickup?
I
feel like a hick. This is awesome.
The only time I've done it was down in Hankinson, because they last few times I've been down there, they don't allow us to go in the press box for some reason. So, so we had to do it from a pickup. So, yes, I've done it before, and I actually enjoy it. So this one will skip off the ground, will be picked up, and on the return there for the Holsteins is Grant Gerving. He'll bring it up to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 31. And I don't know if you heard that, Matt, but or if our listeners heard it through the crowd mic, but head coach for the Bowman County Bulldogs said, here, this is the biggest drive of the game. We need to hold these guys.
Yeah, it is.
So Holsteins will break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage, send a receiver out to each side. 2 men in the backfield there with Rembold working out of the shotgun here. I would suspect we're going to see a lot of passing. And Rembold will drop back to pass, and he's got Phelan, and he gets tackled right away. And it's good to bring the ball up to about the 38, 37, gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Officially a gain of 6, 2nd and 4, 11:35 and counting to go here. So far, so good on the first play of the second half for the Holsteins. We'll see if they can keep it going as they'll send out to the near side here. That is Tayden Superior, the receiver. And they'll hand it off this time to Zuroff, and he'll cut through the line, and he'll gain about 3 or 4. So slowly but surely, they're making positive yardage here as they sneak it up just shy of the 40 at about the 39. So you set up a 3rd down and along 2. Closer to 3rd and 3, but it's officially 3rd and 2.
Big play for New Salem here. Gunners running in the play from the sideline from Coach. See what they run here.
He'll deliver that message to his teammates. They'll break the huddle, send a receiver to each side. Once again, you got Zuroff and Phelan in the backfield with Rembold working out of the shotgun. And it'll be a handoff to Phelan right at the middle, and he's got some room. He gets by the secondary, he breaks that tackle, and he brings it into the Bulldog territory up to about the 35-yard line. Good for a 1st down, temporarily stopping the clock to move the chains with 10:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That was a nice play by New Salem. They answered nicely there, and a big 3rd down for them. Bringing the ball all the way down to what, 35-yard line? Is we resting?
That looks like where it's spotted at, yes. This looks a lot like their first possession of the first half.
Yeah.
Rembo will work out of the shotgun once again, similar formation here, and he's looking to pass, and he's going to that far sideline.
No.
That one, the wind got it a little bit, and it was intercepted by Tucker Strand.
I could tell by the time, right away when he let that go, it was just not even going to be close, but.
He was, he was going to the receiver, obviously, but
he was.
I honestly think the wind had a little bit of effect on that.
Yeah, the wind's blowing from the west. It carried that ball. It was hung up there. You know, Gunner's a young quarterback. He's going to be a great quarterback, but he's a young quarterback. He's a sophomore, and
yep.
Yeah,
that one stings a lot right now here for the Holsteins. We'll see if they can recover from it here, and maybe their defense holding the Bulldogs on this possession, but we'll see. So Ihovic will work out of the shotgun, and he will roll out to his right, still rolling to the right, still looking to throw, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. 9:46 is where the clock will stop on that incomplete pass. Third quarter of play.
Just like the first half, they came out. They're coming out throwing the ball, aren't they?
So Ihovic did do the runs up the middle for the first few plays of that first half, but like you mentioned on a couple occasions, New Salem has figured that out, and as a result, they're passing.
Yeah.
We have not really seen. I can't remember the last time the Bulldogs handed the ball off. So Ihovic throws it out into the flat. That's Headley on the reception. Now he's going to try and get a block, and he'll be taken down by about 3 Holsteins. One of those 3 Holsteins was Colin McGrath, number 65.
One thing I do notice with Bowman, do you notice every time they do a play, they do it to their own side of the field, their own?
Not to bring it up, I noticed it, but I was not paying attention to that detail.
Every play comes to this side.
So Ihovic with the quarterback keeper, and he's going to gain about 6 or 7 on that play there. Sneak it up close to the 25. Sets up a 1st and 10, 8:55 to go. Here's a handoff. Wrapped up there with the handoff was Headley, and he was wrapped up by Grant Gerving on the tackle just about the 38-yard line.
Picks up a 1st down.
Well, if I say that I can't remember the last time they handed it off, you can remind me that it was at 8:44 in the 3rd quarter. Here's another handoff. Instead of Swihovic running the ball, it's Headley running the ball on back-to-back plays, and he's going to gain about 8 or 9 on the play there, maybe 7. He stretched it out trying to get the 1st down, but they'll and now Headley will take it again. Now he does have the 1st down, and he'll push that line up to about the 46.
We're right on top of them. Boy, they got that hurry-up offense, too. Play gets called in by the coach. Quarterback calls it.
And it's another. Oh, Headley dropped it. He picked it up.
And a flag on the play as well.
A flag. And pending the outcome of the flag here, I didn't quite see what may have happened, but I'm going to guess holding here. Yep, that is indeed the case. Holding on the Bulldogs.
Holding on the Bulldogs.
And it's a 10-yard holding penalty on the Bulldogs. Sets up a 1st and 20. Nice catch there by the official to put the flag back in his pocket. And I think that snap skipped off the ground, but he still got it into the hands there of Osendorf. And Osendorf breaks through the secondary, down the near sideline, into the end zone for the touchdown. No flags on the play, and it's 33-8. On another, that was just shy of 60. I think that was closer to 55, but another long touchdown reception.
Yeah. Swihovic's stats are going to be Strom and Cole. His passing stats. Holy cow.
So that'll stop the clock with 7:49, 33-8 to go. Jackson Fisher, the kicker. And that was blocked. That was blocked there by Lane Dupont, a junior for the Holsteins. That's the second, or is that the third? I know it's the second unsuccessful extra point. It might be the third one now. But, you know, if you're going to score touchdowns, I suppose you can sacrifice a couple extra points with a lead like this.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, 33-8 now, huh?
That is correct. That was 7:49 to go.
Hey, good job. Way to run the football, son. I'm proud of you. Hey, what do you think about
Some nice encouragement here from the coach.
Can you kick that guy out on a right tray heavy? Can you kick him out? Like if we ran through, we can see that.
Well, Shiloh fans may want to study the film here on the conversation. We got the crowd mic right on the Bulldog sideline here. We didn't intend to do that,
no.
but it might, I don't know.
Presented itself, possibly. I don't know.
Once again, for the Bowman County fans, we totally did not do that on purpose.
No.
As the wind will blow the football there off the tee, so that'll delay the kickoff here a few seconds. We are set up in a really nice position here, right on the 50-yard line.
That was your idea, wasn't it, Mike?
It was,
I thought you were
yeah.
crazy at first, but wow,
nice high kick, and once again, that's going to go into the end zone. That'll roll through the end zone for a touchback. And the Holsteins will get the ball at the 20 here with 7:49, and no ticks will come off the clock on the kickoff through the end zone. So. Holsteins still have life if they can score on this possession. If they do not, that could be game over for New Salem. I've seen a lot of things happen, but it'd be a while if last time I saw a comeback from about a 33-8 deficit was about 3-4 years ago. So might be due for another comeback here. Is Phelan trying to work it around, and Swihovic along with Osendorf, a couple of the players on the tackle there on Phelan as he brings it up to the 40. Good for a first down. And
penalty?
I'm wondering, because, okay, now they're going to move the chains, so I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either. Must be a personal foul. That's 15 yards, huh?
So, personal foul apparently here on the Bulldogs. I did not see a flag, and I did not see, unless it was a helmet-to-helmet hit on Phelan. I know that Swihovic kind of went back to Phelan and said, hey, kind of motioned like, hey, are you okay? Let me help you up, kind of a sportsmanship thing there. I don't know if that's what happened. That's my only guess, though. So Rembolt works out of the shotgun here, and there'll be a handoff into Zuroff, and Zuroff gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. .707 and counting to go here in the third quarter of play. Receiver out to the far side is Gerving for the Holsteins as Rembolt works from under center this time. And it'll be a pitch into the hands of Phelan. Phelan will go to the outside, and he'll gain about maybe 3 on that play. Sets up a third down and 7 approximately. And that's what they have on the scoreboard too, is 3rd and 7. So 6:23 ticking here in the third quarter of play. Mike Mason with you here on the ND Sports Channel alongside Matt Mitzel on commentary and doing an excellent job on the camera. At first he didn't believe me, and then people started texting Matt saying that that he should believe me. It's another handoff. Or no, I'm sorry. Zuroff will get the reception, hurdle over one defender, and then he'll meet about 5 white jerseys there, and Swihovic along with Mitch Stuber, a couple of those Bulldogs on the tackle there. Good for a first down for the Holsteins, and well, they're moving the ball, and like I said, they need to score on this possession if they're going to stay in this game. Hayden Sapir will go out on the sideline to get a breather here for the Holsteins. Rembolt working under center. Faked the handoff to Zuroff and then gave it to Phelan, who cut through a hole on the right side of the line there, and as a result, he was able to gain about maybe 6 and a late flag, more than likely a personal foul here, possibly.
Yeah, he's calling it on number 77 of the Bulldogs. I don't know what he did, but
it's Mitch Stuber, the senior defensive end, and he would have been over on that far side where Phelan cut through that hole. So whatever happened, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and he keeps going. So it was a personal foul.
I only know that because the ref was pointing at him. Maybe he said something. I don't know.
Well, the Holsteins will take free yardage however they can get it right now.
They're down there deep now. They got to score.
1st and 10 with 5:09 and counting to go here in the third quarter. Holsteins knocking on the door here, trying to cut the deficit on the scoreboard as they trail 33-8. Phelan will get the pitch. He'll go to the outside, break one tackle. He's in the end zone, I do believe, and he got the touchdown. 33-14 with the extra point pending here. I would, do you go for 2 or do you go for
2?
Go for 2.
Heck yeah.
So I'll stop the clock with 4:55 to go here, and we'll see if the Holsteins go for 1 or 2. Holsteins could definitely a confidence booster here, and it'd be even more of a confidence booster if they can get a big defensive stop and maybe get another touchdown before the end of the third quarter here. So Rembo will work under center. Hands it off to Phelan again, and Phelan tried to go to the right side of the line. He maybe got 1 or 2.
He got it.
Yes, he did. He got it. 2-point conversion. 33-16, and all of a sudden, the lead's almost been cut in half. They're only down 17 points now. So with 4:55 to go, the Holsteins get a touchdown, and it's 33-16. Back in 30 on the ND Sports Channel.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball, and that? Well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Welcome back. Broadcast coverage brought to you from the back end of a pickup truck here in New Salem, North Dakota, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Last game of the regular season here for the Holsteins and the Bulldogs. And the number 1 team leads the number 3 team by the score 33-16 with 4:55 to go. This will go into the hands there of Duffield. Duffield will work it to the near sideline, and he just had to beat Jason Klott, if I'm saying that correctly. And if he could have got around Klott and kept his feet in bounds, he would have been gone for a touchdown down the near sideline here. But they'll mark it right at the 50-yard line, right in front of us here.
Duffield is fast, isn't he?
Definitely, yes.
Turn it up. We've seen that today. Definitely dangerous.
So the ball is spotted.
There's a flag on the play again, though.
I thought I saw a flag come in, but I couldn't quite. I didn't want to like jump to conclusions there. So looks like the ball will not be spotted at the 50 for much longer.
So a couple critical penalties on Bowman here, which is uncharacteristic of them.
This is kind of what happened in New Salem in that second quarter.
Right.
Sun kind of behind some clouds here. Makes it a little bit cooler. That'll be a handoff. I think that's Duff Field.
Oh,
no,
fumble,
check that. It's fumble. It's picked up, and the fumble was recovered there by Tyler Wolding, the freshman.
Yeah, they stripped that right out of there. Boy, if they could score here, that'd be a big turnaround, Mike.
Definitely, yes. Let's see here. It looks like possibly Alan Hines, a freshman, looked like he was struggling there with looks like he'll be okay. Looked like he was holding his stomach, like maybe he had a stomach cramp or something, but in the huddle there. But nearly some movement there by Bowman. And that'll be a handoff. Zuroff right up the middle, and he'll take some tacklers with him, a good 7 or so yards on that play. And
yeah, New Salem's got some life here. They're coming out with a little more aggressiveness, like we've seen in that first quarter of the game.
Before the penalty was called, the ball was spotted at the 50. That's the closest the ball has been to that side of the field for quite some time now. 4:04 and ticking. High snap, handoff, and met right away in the backfield there. Caleb Phelan was tackled by Nathaniel Bain.
I don't know how a line, defensive lineman can get in that quickly. It's like quarterback just touched the ball and he was on.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I don't know if the high snap had anything to do with the delay in the handoff, which maybe allowed him an extra second, but even without the extra second, he still got back there as quick as you've mentioned. So
goodness. He's a nose guard too, so quick kid.
So be a hand. Oh, I thought he faked the handoff to Zuroff. Now he throws it far side and it was Sapir, the intended receiver.
Yeah.
He had it right on the numbers to him, too. And
he was looking he took his eye off the ball, anticipating the hit. I saw him turn his head. He was anticipating the hit. When he did that, he took his eyes off the ball and dropped it. Right, hit him right in the numbers.
And that would have been a nice game there for the Holsteins, too, if he could have just taken that, gotten his hands around that pass and pulled it in. But
so now we're sitting at 4th down and about
6 yards.
6 yards,
yeah.
yeah.
4th and 6.
3 minutes in the third quarter. Big play.
Receiver to the near side here is Sapir. He was on the far side on the last play. And Bowman jumped, and instead of 4th and 6, it's going to be 4th and 1. And now that's probably going to change the call on the play here. Unless it's, no, it would be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of a 4th and 6, it's 4th and 1 now. So positive there if you're a Holsteins fan. Last time we were here, there was no snow in the background.
There was plenty of rain, though, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah,
Lightning.
That's right. I forgot about that. Handoff, and once again, getting met in the backfield there was Phelan.
So Bulldogs defense answers with a step-up play. All the New Salem needed was a yard, and they lost a yard, I believe.
Brendan Rasmussen was the primary player there in on the tackle, along with a couple of his teammates for the Bulldogs there. And as a result, turnover on downs comes with 3:06 to go here in the third quarter of play. And now the Bulldogs, they haven't done much this third quarter here. We'll see if that changes on this drive. Zwojovic will get the snap, looking to pass, avoids the pressure, rolls, shakes one, shakes the second tackle. Now he's going to come to the near side, and he's got room to run and one man to get around. He's out of bounds and right in front of us here. Nice recovery play, you could say, as he was pressuring the backfield, and he had to shed 2 tackles. And then he broke loose and came to the near sideline for a huge gain, and out of bounds play will stop the clock with 2:52 to go here in the third quarter of play. So man in motion is Duffield, and the pass will go out to Duffield, and he reached out his left hand and couldn't quite pull it in off his fingertips, incomplete. Stops the clock with 2:48 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's a good thing your camera's on a swivel here, because when Swivola came right in front of us, I did a little 180 there, I think.
I kind of caught a glimpse of that on our monitor here out of the corner of my eye. It looked good to me, so. I don't watch the monitor unless I absolutely have to. I broadcast all my football games out of a pickup truck from the 50-yard line, I think. Duffield with the run here, and they're trying to strip it out of there. Trying to strip it out was Jake Sanders, but unsuccessful there. And I said Duffield, I meant to say Headley on the carry, my bad. So just shy of midfield, 49, and Swihovic will keep it. Run up the middle, and he got the first down and a couple more yards.
He is very, very explosive, very fast. I can see why he gets all those yards. Seems like we're practically right on top of him, but you can really see how quick and explosive.
So we haven't seen Swihovic do that since the first quarter. You know, they've passed the ball enough. They said, hey, let's try it again. And, well, it worked that time. We'll see how many more times it works. Swihovic, 3-step drop, fires near side. He got into the hand of Osendorf. And Osendorf trying to break tackles, but loses his balance and steps out of bounds right around that 30-yard line.
The offense looks at their coach for the call.
And it does indeed look like they'll place the ball just on this side of the 30-and-a-half-yard line, if you want to be specific. One receiver near side, 2 far side, and now they're going to throw near side. I didn't even see that receiver. It's Osendorf. And he's going to tiptoe down the sideline, and he's into the end zone for another Bulldogs touchdown, and it's 39-16.
How many times have we seen that same play?
At least 7 or 8.
And what side does it go to, Mike?
To the near side. It's
near side every time.
The only plays that have happened on that far side for Bowman have been an interception, and that's so Jackson Fisher, the kicker. Snap, hold, kick is up, and this time it's no good. It went wide right, just a little bit right of the upright there, and that's the third missed extra point here by the Bulldogs in this game. 39-16, the Bulldogs capitalize after a slow start to the second half. You take away the first half, and it's 8-6 in favor of New Salem if you take away the first half right now. They have outscored the Bulldogs 8-6 here in the third quarter, but still a big hill to climb. 1:41 to go here, third quarter of play. We'll keep it right here during the possession break, if that's what you want to call it. All right, kick is off. This time it will not go over the head of Gerving. Gerving will probably get forward momentum up to the 20-ish or so.
Wow.
57 degrees, a sunny sky, wind out of the west, north-northwest at 8. Check that, not 8, but 18 miles per hour. There may have been once where we thought there was an 88-mile-an-hour wind, but it's only 18 according to the forecast here. So,
minute 33 in the third.
So Rembolt this time will work out a shotgun. And it'll be a handoff. I think that's Zuroff. We'll see if it's a 1 or 4. It was indeed Zuroff on the carry, and he'll sneak it up for a gain of about 1. Not much on that one, though. PA announcer here isn't very loud like he is like they are at most football games that I've been to.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet.
I'm gonna turn up the speakers. Turn it to 11, as they would say in some country and rock songs. He's gonna look to pass over the middle, and that one, there's a flag on the play now. I don't know if there was a hit in the backfield. I was looking at the receiver on the far side. The intended receiver there was Weston Kuhn, and let's see what the flag's about.
I'm gonna guess it's a late hit on the quarterback.
Yep, and you're exactly right there. Personal foul. I'll march the ball up 15 yards. And
I think that's the third personal foul that Bowman has gotten. I think all in this quarter.
I think you're right. Now that I think about it, I believe that would be accurate. Just under a minute to go, 43.4 seconds to be exact here in the third quarter of play. Rembolt out of the shotgun once again. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. 5-step drop, looking near side, throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by Clay Heimer, the sophomore. And that'll give the Bulldogs the ball back right just shy of midfield on approximately their own 49-yard line.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. That was just not a very good pass, but you know, he's trying, right?
Yeah.
He's trying.
Well, like you said earlier, he's the wind's certainly not helping, but
No,
he's
it doesn't help either.
You take the wind out of it, and I bet you he has 0 interceptions this game.
That's right.
That's his 3rd interception, and 2 of those shouldn't have happened, in my opinion. There was a one on the far side back in the late first, early second quarter, I believe. Swihowicz, one-handed grab. Oh my goodness! Matthew Osendorf into the end zone on the touchdown.
Oh my God!
45-16. What a beautiful catch there by Osendorf.
They certainly like that side, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Goodness. It's a team of repetition, I think.
Well, I'll be cropped out into the highlight reel for sure.
That's a beautiful catch.
If I have time, we'll get into the highlights for tonight's game. So the wind's picked up on this one here, and that kick is once again, oh, that one went through. I thought it was going to be wide right like the previous one, but not the case. So 46-16, and it's a 30-point lead. So in about 24.9 seconds here, we'll have a running clock if New Salem doesn't score to start the fourth quarter.
Wow.
I've seen some good catches, but I've never seen one that close up before. That was excellent. I love that.
That was a nice catch. It's Matthew Osendorf, that nice catch. Senior down there in Bowman. Boy, nice senior leadership with that catch, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Didn't we see another catch similar to that one when we were here in the game with Shiloh?
Yeah,
down
that was
this near
Braden
sideline.
Keene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a juggling pass. I think he was juggling it for about 5 yards before he brought it in. And
he scored a touchdown on that one, right? Yeah.
Right.
So the kick is off. I think the wind's helping the kick, actually. That one goes into the hands of Gerving, and he will return it. And did he drop it? No, but he got dropped. So
he got dropped hard. Oh my goodness. Bowman is very physical. Very physical team.
19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Once again, we'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter unless New Salem scores here in the next 19 seconds. This one will be a pitch that goes in the hands of Phelan. It cuts over to the far side, and an ankle tackle brings him down, and he may have had some room to run had that tackle not occurred in the backfield there. I can't quite see who got the tackle on that play.
He's not getting up
and
right away,
he looks like he's going to be down.
Yeah, it's too bad.
He's a good player,
Yeah.
a junior wide receiver / free safety for the Holsteins, and with that, we will take a timeout here due for the injury, and we'll come back and give you an update here in a little bit.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, and as we come out, the horn sounds, and we'll go to another break here in a second because that's the end of the third quarter. The good news there for Phelan, he did get up, walked off on his own. He stretched out his leg there, more than likely nothing more serious than just a cramp. So if we find anything more out, we'll definitely let you know about that. But I think he's going to be okay. We might even see him again before this game's over. We'll take another 30-second timeout, come back with the fourth quarter after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here, and it's 46-16 in favor of the Bowman County Bulldogs. We'll have a running clock here in the fourth quarter once the whistle sounds. And there is that whistle. And it'll be a handoff, and coming out to the near side here is Taylor Wolding, and he'll gain about 4 or 5 on that one. And the clock will continue to tick. 11:47 and counting to go here. Third quarter of play. Bulldogs have had the Bulldogs have had 4 touchdowns of 55 yards or more in this game. The most recent, a beautiful one-handed grab by Matthew Osendorf on the near sideline here, and he was able to secure it and take it in for the touchdown. And that'll be Zuroff on the far side, and grabbing his ankle and not letting go was Caleb Duffield for the Bulldogs. So it's 4th down now. It's about 4th and 2 approximately. Maybe 4th and 3 is probably more accurate. Ten and a half to go here. Salem taking their time on these huddles and
delay a game. Oh, they call a timeout before the delay game.
And that's the only time the clock will stop is on a timeout or an injury. That's the only 2 times the clock will stop, or a change of possession after a score. After a score. So timeout on the field will allow us to take a timeout as well. I'll be back in a moment.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, a little bonus plug there for our friends at Diamond Academy. Once again, punt here. And calling for the fair catch at about the 41 for the Bulldogs there is Duffield.
And I gotta say, I'm interested to see if the play of the Bulldogs continues on the right side or if it goes to the left side now, since the sideline's on the left.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
hey, yeah.
I'm kind of studying this here.
So our color analysis, also a scouting assistant for every other team in Class A. Svihovic under center will hand it off. And they'll run it right up the middle. Not sure who had the run. If I had to guess, it was Headley. And my guess was correct.
Appears Bulldogs are in a different formation, kind of a formation to run the clock out.
My guess was incorrect. It was actually Colby Schaff. Second down and 4, 9:48 and counting on the running clock here in the 4th quarter with the 46-16 lead for the Bulldogs. And it'll be a pitch and a whistle, and I think that, there's the flag. I see it on the far side there.
And it's going to be called on the Bulldogs.
2nd and 4 will turn into a 2nd and 9 for the Bowman County Bulldogs here. Shiloh Christian fans probably hoping for a New Salem win here to help them out a little bit, as Bowman will have the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Skyhawks if there's a two-way tie for first. But that could change if the Dickinson Trinity Titans win tonight. Then Bowman County will be alone at number 1. That'll be a nice run, and that should be enough for a first down, too, and it is by a couple of yards, and that'll move the chains here as the clock will continue to run with 8:25 and counting to go here in the 4th quarter of play. First and 10 from, looks like just outside the 45. Svihovic under center with 2 men in the backfield, and it'll be a pitch, and that'll be Schaff on the carry, and he'll push a few tacklers up to the 30-yard line. check that, the 40-yard line. I'm getting 10 yards ahead of myself here. Looks like the 39 to be more pinpoint exact. 7.5 to go now. That'd be Tegan Marmon coming into the lineup. He's a sophomore, number 20. He plays wide receiver and cornerback on defense. And Marmon will line up on the near side here, but it'll be a handoff to Schaff once again. Or is that, no, I can't see if that's 33 or 34. And I was correct, it was Schaff for a short gain here. So, like you said earlier, Matt, running the ball here, just trying to chew up the clock is pretty much what they're doing. And while they're doing a great job of that, this quarter's gone by very, very quick so far. Already over halfway into it. Or no, actually I take that back, about 40 seconds shy of being halfway through it.
Watching you, 57. Go, Brennan. Two hands, 40 front. 40!
That'll be another handoff to Schaff. And he'll go right up the middle and pick up about 4 or so on that play. As we're a few seconds shy of cracking the 6-minute mark on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Once again, if you're just joining us, we are on a running clock here as a 30-point rule is in effect. 5:45 and counting to go now as the Bulldogs break the huddle, go out to the line of scrimmage with Sajhovic under center there, and another handoff, a little pitch handoff there to Schaff, and Schaff will gain about 3 or so on that particular play before he's wrapped up primarily there by Davis Booligan, the senior for the Holsteins. A couple of other Holsteins on the tackle there would include Weston Kuhn and one other. I couldn't quite catch the other one. .457 and counting to go. Slowly moving the ball up the field, slowly chewing up the clock. Multiple handoffs here to Schaff, and he keeps gaining 4 to 5, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. That one was enough for a first down. So with 4:40 on the first down, I would suspect they'll run the next play with about 4:15, 4:20. Sajhovic will come out. That will be the end of his day, and I believe the new quarterback is Quade Lardy. Quade Lardy. He is a sophomore, and that is indeed who it is. So Lardy, the new quarterback here for the Bulldogs, and he will hand it off to Schaff. And Schaff looks like he might have a chance to break through this one, and he didn't quite make it through that last group of tacklers there, but he will get the ball inside the 10-yard line, probably closer to the 5 as we just crack underneath the 4-minute mark to go yet. Mace Stuber and Grant Keys will come in to play on the offensive line here for the Bulldogs now. And it'll be another handoff to Schaff, and Schaff is into the end zone for a touchdown. It'll be a short run of about, it was a 3-yard touchdown run according to the scoreboard, and that makes the score 52-16. So some of the secondary players here for the Bulldogs coming into play now. Snap, hold, kick is blocked. It was blocked there by Lane Dupont, a junior for the Holsteins. So remain 52-16. The clock will stop with the change of possession after a score.
They ate a lot of time off the clock that possession.
Yeah.
Which was their goal. Did a nice job of doing that. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. 52-16.
Also coming into the lineup for what I believe is the first time is the junior Luke Kordowski, if I'm saying that correctly. And if I'm not, I do apologize to the Bulldog fans watching. Well, if you're a Bulldog fan, you're pretty happy with this outcome here.
Yes.
You would suspect that this matchup might be a little bit closer, but New Salem, with those two matchups that we thought would be close ones, they couldn't quite get the job done in those two. And but I mean, they're still a very good team, so they could be a threat for sure moving forward. Another nice kick. No problem. Oh, that one might go out of bounds, and that'll be a flag. It went out of bounds on like the half-yard line. Yeah, dude couldn't quite sneak it into the end zone. That'll draw the flag.
He's a good kickoff guy, though, man. He's gotten his foot into that ball all day.
I think that's the first time I've seen the Bulldogs kick that direction. It's always been the other way.
Yeah.
So. So I'll bring the ball out to the 35-yard line for the Holsteins. Looks like most of the Holstein starters are still in there. Kept those starters in against Shiloh, too, for the whole game. Rembolt will hand it off there to Zuroff. Or no, check that, Phelan. Phelan will gain probably enough for a first down. Yep, they sure will. Yeah! Or no, it'll be a little short, I guess. Nope, now they are moving the chains, so 2:14 and counting to go here. I don't know if the clock stops at a 2-minute warning with the running clock or not. I guess we'll find out in 5 seconds from now.
I don't think it will.
Nope, not gonna happen this time. 1:58 and counting. And I even got faked out by that one. It eventually ended up in the hands of Davis Booligan, and he will bring it up for a first down.
Nice counter play by New Salem there.
That'll be another handoff to Phelan, who almost lost it, but was able to regain control at the last second there, and he's brought down after a gain of about 2 or 3.
Dale Skalicki brought him down. Nice tackle. Picks up 2 yards on the play, be 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 with 60 seconds to go. We'll see if the Holsteins can punch in one final score here. Rembolt will work under center this time. They got a new guy in the backfield. Oh, no, we don't. And Zuroff's going to drop that one. Now he's going to have to come back the other direction. And that play just went totally wrong there for the Holsteins.
Yeah, everything went wrong, did go wrong.
37 seconds to go here.
Good job. Good job, you guys.
30 seconds to go, and we're off to Dickinson, eh, Mike?
Yes, looking forward to that one. We got 4:10, so it's 3:10 in Dickinson, so we got plenty of time. 14 seconds to go, and I'll hear some clapping here in about 10 seconds. I don't think they're going to run another play.
No,
nope.
They're not going to run a play.
That's going to bring us to our final score here in 2-1-0, and that is your final. Your final score, the Bowman County Bulldogs 52 and the New Salem Almont Glen Allen Holsteins 16. We'll take a short timeout. We'll come back with an abbreviated post-game show. We'll pack up and head off to Dickinson in a few minutes here on the ND Sports Channel. I'll be right back.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck.
Download Game Time today.
School is back in session, so now's the perfect time to get healthy and stay healthy with fall specials at Gateway Pharmacy. Right now, save 20% off select vitamin and mineral products that will help boost your immune system to fight off all those germs. Gateway Pharmacy has extended hours so your family can get those very important flu shots with no appointment necessary. Gateway Pharmacy also offers vaccinations for shingles, whooping cough, and pneumonia. Stop into one of Gateway Pharmacy's 4 Bismarck Van Dan locations, conveniently located inside Dan's supermarkets. Gateway Pharmacy is a proud supporter of the Skyhawks and wishes them the best of luck this fall sports season.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on player profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
The ND Sports Channel and the Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank our sponsors for the generous support that they've given to make broadcasts of Shiloh Christian Sports possible on the ND Sports Channel. When you call or visit one of these great businesses, tell them thank you for supporting the Skyhawks, and when possible, please patronize the businesses you hear about in this broadcast. James and Marie Baker Family, Mitzel Families, Baker Ranch, Spiffy Biffs, Gateway Pharmacy, Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, and Rocket Man Jet Services. The North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness.
All right, we'll come back out of that break a little bit early. We'll take a look at our team profiles here. We'll start with the Bowman County Bulldogs. They finish out the regular season here with a total of 6 wins and 1 loss. And that 1 loss came against Oaks, which means they are undefeated against, actually it should say 7-1 there. And they are undefeated at 7-0 against Class A Region 4 opponents. And let's see here, why is that not updated? Let's take a quick look here and figure out why. There we go, now it should be updated. And let's go ahead and do the same thing with the other one before we get there. All right, there we go. Yeah, 7-1 overall. They're 5-0 at home, undefeated against Region 4 opponents. They outscored their opponents this year 255 to 69, compared to 442 to 123 last year. and with the 54-16 win here over the Holsteins today. For the Holsteins, they finish out the regular season on an overall record of 7-2. 2-2 played here at home, 5-2 against Region 4 opponents. They were undefeated on road games this year, outscoring their opponents 348-139 with the 54-16 loss this year. And we won't reveal the player of the game, but we will tell you that our player of the game, would you agree that it kind of could go either way between Ozendorf and Caleb Duffield, but I think Duffield with his 3 touchdowns will be our player of the game, even though Ozendorf had that awesome catch. I'd love to give him honorary mention for that play alone.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
right?
agree. I think you nailed it.
So that'll be our player of the game. Caleb Duffield, 3 touchdown snags, and an awesome day here for the Bowman County Bulldog fans. I want to say thanks to a few of the parents for the Bulldogs for helping us out with some name pronunciations. It's always appreciated. And if you go to our website, you can check out our stream schedule, and you can see that we're not done yet. We got one more game. When we're going to head to Dickinson, it's going to be the Titans and the Skyhawks. And that one will kick off at 8 Central Time, 7 Mountain Time. We'll be on the air of the pregame show approximately 15 minutes before kickoff. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up here. Before we officially wrap it up, though, Matt, any final thoughts on this game? What did you like? What did you not like? What surprised you, I guess, maybe? Whatever your thoughts are, let's hear
Well,
it.
first of all, Bulldogs are the real deal. Bowman is a great, really good football team. They proved that here again tonight. What did surprise me is that, we've seen the Bulldogs run the ball a lot with Swihovic up the middle and whatnot, and we know his abilities there. But today we saw him passing. It was all passing.
Yeah.
A 20-mile-an-hour wind out here, and that was no problem at all.
Yeah.
It passed like it was school ball. And so I was surprised at that, but they did a really, really well job. First quarter, when New Salem came out, I thought they came out with a lot of energy and a lot of pizzazz, and I thought we were going to have a really good game. I think they were, up 8-6 or what at the beginning there?
8-6, yeah.
And but then it just second quarter, Bowman settled in, and things went to pot for New Salem. But both are good quality teams, and it's great to see high school sports and see these kids get after it.
Great camera work by today, Matt. I'm sure a lot of the people who texted you would agree with me on that, even though you're probably a little bit humble about that. I'm humble about it when people tell me to say I do a good job, so I totally understand that aspect. You can find us online on our website, msportsnet.com, on social media at ndsportsch1 on Twitter, or facebook.com/msportsmnet on Facebook. And then you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, get email and or mobile alerts to all video and radio broadcasts on that we do here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, your final score: the Bowman County Bulldogs 54, the New Salem Almont Glen Allen Holsteins 16. For Matt Mitzel, my name is Mike Mason. We'll talk to you again here in about 4.5 hours from now. Oh wait, no, I take that back. I misdid the math on that. We'll talk to you soon. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Once again, your final 54-16. The previous has been preceding has been a presentation of the Andy Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.